Our next storyteller, let me just give him a quick plug, is this right here, poetry reading on a Saturday. So that is January, Terry, can you hold this so I can see it? January 22nd. Michael, call it Frank Mundo and Sojourner Kincaid Rowley. Get a bigger font next time, Frank. Okay, and it's at the Pasadena Public Library, 999 East Washington Boulevard, from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And if you have more questions, ask this man at the end of the show. This guy has been great. He's been coming here a few times. He's been telling some really wonderful stories. He's a wonderful teller. He also is an author, published. Yes, which I guess is the only way you can be an author, really. So redundant much? So anyway, we're going to bring him up here. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Frank Mundo.
All right. The story's called Hell to Pay. It was an accident. He hadn't meant to kick his little brother through the window. Things just got out of hand, that's all. One minute it's all fun and games and everything's cool, and the next minute his little brother suddenly went loopy and started throwing a conniption, crying and fuming and attacking him like some crazed pit bull. He didn't mean to hurt his little brother though. He really didn't. He just wanted him to back off, that's all, to calm down and give him some space. So he just kind of pushed him a little, which turned him around in the other direction. Sure, he gave him a little nudge with his foot, but then boom, just like that, his little brother tripped over a lumpy spot in the carpet and then crashed, glass everywhere. His little brother flew out of the second-story window. The curtains wrapped around his body, making it all seem like some ridiculous movie stunt. He looked at the broken window thinking, this is the real deal, brother, and he was in big, big trouble. He was a murderer now. So you finally done it, his mother's voice echoed throughout his conscience. His heart was a great big boulder in his chest. His knees were filled with a mixture of solid steel and concrete. You've finally done it. You've gone and killed your little brother. I always knew it would come to this. Wait a minute. Maybe he was okay. It was only 2 stories, right? Maybe, just maybe, by some impossible miracle, maybe his little brother was still alive. Oh, please let him be alive. Please, God, let him be alive. I swear I'll never do anything bad again. I'll do whatever you want. I swear I'll go to church every day. Hell, I'll become a monk. I'll take a vow of silence or hunger, anything. Anything at all, I swear. Just please, please, please let him be alive. With that, he ran over to the window, and wouldn't you know it, he tripped over the same exact lumpy spot on the carpet that his little brother had previously tripped over and went flying through the now glassless, curtainless window. That's fair, he thought as he fell. I deserve this. After he hit the ground, he was more than a little surprised at how little pain there was. Death wasn't so tough after all. In fact, death was easy. A little cold maybe, but that was it. Suddenly he heard his little brother, buried like a cartoon character in the thick indentation of the snow, screaming and crying, furiously fighting with the curtain that had mummified his tiny little body. Feeling for his extremities, big brother stretched his limbs and rolled his head and neck, and deciding that he was all right, that he wasn't dead after all, he quickly jumped up and pulled his little brother, curtain and all, from the hole that carefully enwrapped him. He seemed calm now, his little brother, or maybe it was shock. He wasn't sure, but either way, he was calm, shivering, his teeth chattering away, but calm nonetheless. Are we dead, Tom? His little brother asked, and Tom had to fight hard to hold back the laughter. Huh? Are we, Tom? Are we dead? And he was suddenly crying again because he already knew the answer by the very look in Tom's eyes. Yep, I'm afraid we are, JT. Tom said with a straight face, holding back the laughter. But I don't want to be dead, JT sobbed. I have a game tomorrow. We're playing the Lakers. I know, JT, I'm sorry, but it's too late now. We're goners, pal. We're dead meat. No, JT screamed, it's not fair. I don't want to be dead. I don't want to be dead. This is all your fault, Tom. You made us dead, and now I'm going to miss my game. And it's cold, and I'm wet, and I don't like this, Tom. I don't like being dead. I'm sorry, JT. It was an accident, I swear. I didn't mean it, Tom said, his face a tortured mask. But there's nothing I can do about it now. It's too late. It's all your fault, and I'm telling. You made us dead, and I don't like you anymore, you big, stupid... JT left the thought unfinished as he fought his way through all of that snow. It was really a very funny thing to see, JT screaming and waddling up the steps. Tom waited a few seconds, reveling in this masterful piece of deception, his lips quickly turning blue before following JT back inside. It's just that hearing JT try to explain just how Tom should be punished for making him dead and causing him to miss his game tomorrow would have been too much for him. There was no way. Besides, he may not have been dead now, but once his mother got wind of it all, he knew there'd be hell to pay. And boy, was he right. Tom was grounded for 2 months, which was about as long as it took for their parents to convince JT that he wasn't actually dead. You were one sick, sadistic little bastard, the father said laughingly over Thanksgiving dinner 15 years later. Boys will be boys, Tom sang evilly and gave JT a little wink. Aha, very funny, JT groaned, filling his plate with an enormous pile of food just so that he wouldn't have to look at any of them. I hope you all rot in hell, he added finally, and everyone thought that was the funniest thing and laughed. JT hesitated, waiting for the laughter to finally die down. We could have been killed, you know, JT said, which just caused them to start laughing all over again. That's a true story, unfortunately.